Hello. So I wanted to go over the course culminating activity for this particular course. There is no exam, but you will be expected to complete this course culminating activity. And I just wanted to go through what it is and why we're starting to do steps in Unit 2, 3, and 4. So if you look under your course content, you will have noticed that Unit 1 and 2 have been opened up. Unit 5 has always been open. And in here, you have an overview and you also have an outline as to what it is. And I think this is really important that you see the big picture so that you know why we're doing each step. And I'll get to what we're doing in Unit 2, Activity 2. Or Activity 4, my apologies. So as we scroll down here, what we have are some videos, and this is talking about social programs. So issues that are happening in Ontario or Canada, and some of the ways in which we need to look at what can we do to help individuals with these particular issues. So there's a great video right here that I would strongly encourage you watching. So then we're going to think about, if I was to look at some of the issues that are really, really important to families and supporting individuals and family members, what's the topic that I want to look at? And what would an organization be or do in order to support someone with that particular issue? So that's the crux of what our CCA is all about. We're thinking of social issues that are important and what organizations would do. What you're going to actually end up doing is you're going to pick a social issue. You're going to examine why it's important. You're going to think of an organization and what they would do in order to support that issue to help individuals and families. And what you're going to do is create a media in which it advertises about your organization and what it does. So your final product is actually that piece of media that advertises about your organization and your issue and why it's important and what your organization is going to do. Okay, so this is really, really important to go through just to ensure that you understand what the final product is all about. So let's take some time and go through what I've posted in Unit 2, Activity 4. So where we wrapped up Unit 2, Activity 4, at the end of the usual activities in talking about individuals growing up, and you've completed all of these activities, right at the bottom here, we have the course culminating project, and here is our first introduction to the steps in creating an idea. So the end product is something to advertise an organization with a social issue that is important to you. So I've actually edited this recently, right before this video. So there's a few extra things that I want to point out. Number one, this is simply addressing that there is a research process in which we conduct social science research. And you have actually done this when you did primary research of your own. But when we do secondary research, which is using the research of others to explore a topic, that these are the steps that we're going through. And that typically we start with exploring and go around. However, we can at any time intersect any of these points. So what we are going to be doing is a little bit of research just to find out what are the issues that are important to us, or what can we find out. So this is a little introduction to social science research. Here I've bolded what it is that we are going to have done at the end and the steps that we're going to do in the meantime. One thing I did want to point out is that I'm going to put these in the news feed, but I realize those get buried. So I'm going to bring it back to this. Again, I put it right in the content, is that right here are 2 exemplars that you can see the final product for 2 students in particular. And so these are past products of what students have created. So I just wanted you to be able to see what the final product looks like so that we know what we're aiming for. You will not be asked to do the whole project right in this unit. So let's get to what you're being asked to do. So the first thing is that we're looking at brainstorming ideas. So what services in Ontario? I encourage you to go back to that Unit 5 content outline so that you can see that video. What do you know about service organizations in Ontario? What organizations? And using search engines to do preliminary research, right? Just discovering some ideas. In addition to what's listed in the CCA outlines is we're just getting an idea, and you can actually explore different topic ideas through each of your steps in Unit 2, 3, and 4. You don't actually have to pick the same topic. And by the end, hopefully you will have gone through and collected some resources or an idea as to what you wanted to do. I also wanted to put this in here just in case you're looking for, there's some ideas right here as to topics, but I also wanted to ensure that you had access to this as well, where it has just at the bottom here, a couple of outlines as to some of the social issues that you might be thinking about, or if you're totally stuck and the list of like 3 in the outline isn't enough, there's some more right here. These have been popular in the past, or just issues for this course in particular, topics that are going to come up throughout the course. So in order to brainstorm for the big project, we're going to start small. So what are you going to submit for this particular component? We are working towards understanding what service organizations exist or what organization we would want to create, and thinking about where can I find information on that particular issue. So the first task is you're going to select a topic. There again is that document just for ideas, and you're going to record what your topic choice is. This may change from unit to unit. The topic that you choose now does not have to be the final topic, that this is simply an exploration. But I want you to start now so that it doesn't creep up on you at the very end. So 1, choosing a topic. 2, creating a thesis based on that topic. Review your topic and thesis, and make sure that you've gone through unit number 5 to understand what the final project is. One more part. Locate and select information on your topic. Use this template to synthesize your information. I will put this template in a Google document in the news feed if you cannot open that one, as I believe it is a Word document, but it might just open up for you. Yeah, it shows up to me as a Word document. It opens up in WordPad for me, and it simply looks like this. So you're finding 1 to 2 sources, and you're going to put in your citation as to where it was found, and you're just going to quickly summarize what that article was all about. And then you're going to submit that to your teacher for review. Okay, so not a whole lot of work in terms of what you're submitting, but a whole lot of work in order to be able to figure out what topic you're looking into, doing a bit of research, and handing all of that in so that we can start on the process to creating an organization and the media for that organization.